Good morning, my friends. This is the Grimflare. I hope you're all doing well today. We're back at it with more competitive league gameplay for you. We got a hard-fought win over humans in the last round. We are 2-1 at the moment. All three matches have been fairly close. This is what we live for. We live to play in that 45-55 to 55-45 margin as far as, matchup percentages. Obviously, when you hear people sling numbers around like that, like 55-45, 80-20 is another one you hear, oh, this is my 80-20 matchup, I can't really lose it. Obviously, these numbers are just a tad, unscientific, not the most mathematically sound, but you understand my point. We're in with a chance in a lot of matchups, but we also don't have that many matchups where we just kind of expect the free win. So we see a lot of hard-fought 2-1 victories, a lot of narrow 1-2 match losses, and that's kind of where we want to be, because when you play a deck like this, of course the theme matters, the aesthetics of it matter, all that stuff, but as far as playstyle goes, it's because you want to leverage decision making. You want to leverage experience and player skill and all of these things to win the game over the course of a long and complicated game with a lot of back and forth, a lot of interaction. That's what we like to see. So far we've seen that in this league. We are hunting down our opponent in stage 1. Maybe it's a little bit too early in the day for all that many people to be in the queues, but we're up. We're up and we're having a good time, so we're looking for our opponent. Funny story while we're waiting, guys. I am selling the entirety of my Paper Magic collection besides my green-black rock cards, with the exception of hanging on to some pieces for Abzin, in case I ever want to pivot to that, or in case Stoneforge Mystic gets unbanned and I want to play that for a little while. But I am selling everything else to fund my perhaps foolhardy endeavor to fully foil out my green-black deck, because you know what? I am all in on this archetype. This is just what I want to do, so we're going to try to foil it out, and we're going to sell all of our other cards to fund it. It's going to be fun. Thought you guys should know. I'm committed even more deeply than I once was. And we found an opponent, so it's time to play. We've lost the die roll. Let's hope we have a good, well-rounded opening 7 here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do. It's very slow on the draw, but I think we keep it our opponent's mulled. I like that. Our opponent has kept their 6. They have scryed to the top, and they're going to Inquisition us off of Blackcleave Cliffs. Alright. Alright. Very interesting to see what they take here. We can't curve out at all right now with our tapped lands, but will they have an eye to the late game and take a Tireless Tracker? Will they struggle to answer a Tarmogoyf, so they'll take that? Or maybe they want to take our own Inquisition away, but nope, they take the Goyf. Alright, Abrupt Decay might be good in an interactive matchup like this. It probably will be, unless we're against like a hollow one, but doesn't look like it. Looks like Jund. There's the Goyf. Alright, well, we're going to Inquisition them. There's a Scooz, they have a Bloodbraid and a Verdant Catacombs. Alright, the BGX Mirror, it is. I think what I like here is Just playing the treetop and passing. They know we're holding up trophy, but really we're holding up decay. All these manlands are very good for this matchup, by the way. Alright, so here comes the Bloodbraid. Into a Kolagin's Command. That's very good. Ooh, boy, that's a good one. Alright, so they're going to make us discard. They're going to do 2. Alright, so we're going to decay the Goyf now. We're going to play Tracker into land next turn, so we want to pitch either Pulse or Trophy. I guess it's going to be Pulse. I don't care about ramping them anymore. But I do care about mana efficiency. Tracker into Swamp and pass. Okay, there's the decay. Alright, we're flooding out. That's not good. It's not great. Not great at all. So, kind of an interesting decision here. I think we're just supposed to play a land and pass that plays really well around discard effects. And it lets us trade maybe our Quagmire for the Bloodbraid Elf, or maybe a Treetop Village, I don't know. But let's just play a land and pass here. We do have to trade with this Bloodbraid. Our life total is under pressure. You know, I think I'm going to use a Treetop here. Instead of a Quagmire. Alright, they have a Bolt. Yeah, we've got to trophy this Bloodbraid. Can't keep taking 3 when we're at 9, but... Man, we just flood so hard sometimes, don't we? Crack a clue. Tireless Tracker, okay. So we'll play Swamp here. Yeah, we'll play Swamp and send in our Treetop Village. Alright, we're hoping to fade a discard effect right now. Of any kind. Even Liliana the Veil wouldn't be great for us, but targeted discard would be the worst. Okay. We faded that. It's Tracker time. Tracker into Clue. Very good right now. And we do want to play the Spell Bomb here rather than hold up the Clue, in my opinion. Courser. Okay. That's real nice for them right now. Got a Goyf on top. Okay, I'm pretty interested in just cracking the Spell Bomb for a draw here. All right. Nice value here. All right. So let's play our Lily in minus. Probably going to buy back a Tarmogoyf here. Yep, buy back the Goyf. Send in the tracker. Alright. So they get a lot of courser value, but we are in a pretty good position here. Alright, Inquisition I have a feeling will blank, so let's not worry so much about casting it quite yet. We'd rather crack some clues first. Hissing Quagmire, huh? Yeah, we'll crack another clue. Ooh, the whiffs. But at least we're getting through them, right? At least Tracker is gigantic too, that never hurts. I think I just kind of want to keep cracking clues, to be honest with you. Wow. Alright. Okay, so if we attack with both, and they have a kill spell, then we could, in theory, die on the crack back to taking 5, plus they dig for a bolt with that spell bomb. But I think we still just send them both in, to be honest. You know, it's gonna be just the tracker, actually. Just the tracker here. And I think here, again, I expect our Inquisition to whiff badly. I would rather just bluff interaction. Alright, they shuffled away their Spellbomb, they found a Tarmogoyf. They're getting a ton of courser value here. Alright. Yeah, let's fetch. Make a couple more clues. Thoughtseize. Wow, our draws off these clues have been only lands and discard. Not good at all, my friends. Yeah, we just keep cracking. Let's find a kill spell. Something, no? Well, now I wish I had maybe minus the Lily and got even another tracker, but I don't think we were really supposed to. So, once again, we have to send in only the tracker, I think. Oh, they called the bluff, okay. Well, Really didn't think, really didn't think they'd go for it there. But they did. Now they know we don't have any removal in hand, despite drawing a million cards. They got a Bloodbraid on top. But they'll scoop. Okay. Well, that proved to be a lot more... a lot uglier in terms of how to close that out than it probably should have been, right? We had such insane card advantage, and we just kind of struggled to find action off of all those clues. But hey, you know what? It is all good because we did it. We got there. Tireless Tracker was amazing there. So I, as you all know by now, am a big fan of cutting away all discard effects against BGX mirrors. Collective Brutality is more of a maybe card because it's still a kill spell. It's got other modes, but still not really the most into it. Now, we can cut a land here as well, and against a 3-color BGX deck, it's probably better to cut a basic, whereas if we were against the Golgari mirror, we'd probably cut a Blooming Marsh. So I can cut Forest here potentially as well. I think I just should cut Forest. Maybe another thing or two, but let's see what we want. So Nissa's great. Nissa is great. We want Maelstrom Pulse. We want Kitchen Finks. What else do we like? Deathmark. Yeah, I guess Deathmark is pretty much nailed on here, even though it misses a thing. You know, it misses a bob, let's say, but I think Deathmark is definitely solid enough for us to play. So Fulminators are in the maybe category here. Engineered Explosives, Nile Spellbomb, these cards are all fine as well. I think EE should actually just be in. But what do we like from there? So do we just like the straight up 3 Fulminators and no Spellbombs? Or maybe we cut away Collective Brutality, play our second Spellbomb. Oh, whoops, I can't count. I still would have to cut another Spellbomb, so anything else we don't like here? I don't know. I think this is pretty solid, and we'll just go without a Spellbomb. It's okay. You know, it's nice against some of their things like Kolagin's Command, you know, if they've got some other forms of recursion, but it's not really an asymmetrical effect. Alright, this hand is pretty poor, to be honest. Not enough action, but I don't like mulling against Jund, so I think we're supposed to keep it. It's got, like, the bare minimum amount of action to keep. We've got a manland, we've got... Ooh, okay. I'll play Blooming Marsh here, so I can push their turn 2 play, potentially, and then still make a turn 2 play of my own. I was going to say, it's got the bare minimum of action to keep. We've got a threat, a good answer, and a manland. It's not great, but, you know, that Fatal Push helped. Excuse me, I'm just shaking up my drink here. We'll push the Goyf here. Tireless Tracker is a good one. I'm just wondering whether it's worth playing the Tarmogoyf out into a potential Liliana of the Veil. We're max punished for that. We're fine with basically anything else that happens. I'm gonna do it. I don't often. Sometimes I'll sandbag that a bit, but in this particular case, I don't mind pressurizing the board a bit if they don't have anything. They have a Goyf. Alright, sure. So, obviously, we don't want to Maelstrom Pulse that Goyf anytime soon. That's going to be that's going to end very badly for us. So, we'll just play out the Ooze, play out the Quagmire. We're going to go wide. Alright, now pulsing a Goyf is a reasonable play. Because now it's a 2 for 2. But we're not going to do it yet. This is the perfect window to make a clue with our Tireless Tracker. And I'm not mad that they cascaded into a Goyf because, again, that makes my pulse more live than it was. Ooh, Inquisition. The Inquisition's still in, and that wasn't good for us. But as long as we can keep this Tireless Tracker alive, I expect good things to happen. Ooh. K-Command. Ooh, getting our clue with a K-Command, but we draw a tracker right off the top. Man, was that good. What a good draw. What a good draw. So there's an argument for cracking the clue now to play around another K-Command, but that doesn't play around Bolt, and it's worse against discard. It also does not let us hold up Ooze. So I'm not going to, but I just wanted to point out that there was indeed an argument for cracking the clue main phase, or a reason to. Sure. Sending in the Goyfs, huh? So we have land, creature, instant, sorcery. In the yards, we have 3 instants, we have 3 creatures, we have 2 sorceries. So there's no way we can eat enough to shrink a Tarmogoyf while also blocking with the Ooze. So I think I actually like doing this. We're just going to take a block, take the hit for 4, crack our clue. I think I'd rather do that than activate the Ooze. You know, if they've got another Bolt, you know, that's not good, but... Ooh, Lily the Last Hope. That's very, very bad. Yep. You got it. Okay, Fatal Push is a solid draw. If we fetch, we can push the Bloodbraid Elf, and then we can kill the Liliana. And that might actually be what we have to do. Then it's basically a Skooz versus 2 Goyfs. A Skooz and a Quagmire versus 2 Goyfs. Yeah, I think we're behind enough now that we have to kill the Liliana, and we have to make it a Skooz game. Alright, we'll see how this works out for us. Obviously, we're going to try to shrink the Goyfs as much as we can here. And then try to stabilize behind our Skooz. So we'll eat the Planeswalker, shrink them, and we can't really do anything else here, so in terms of shrinking, that is. So just take the hit for 8, gain a life on the end step. Another Goyf. Alright, well. They are empty-handed. Alright, so there's only 2 sorceries. Maybe instead of gaining a life, we just start trying to shrink the Goyfs as much as possible. So we'll eat a sorcery. Oh, the rip! The rip of Maelstrom Pulse. Wow. Guys, that was amazing. That was incredible. Oh my god, was that good. Was that ever amazing. They're just going to scoop to that. The game wasn't literally over, but I don't blame them for scooping to that. I didn't even dare to say it out loud, because it's almost become a meme on, you know, in my eyes on this channel, like, well, I guess we need to rip our Maelstrom Pulse, and this is why I play 2 in my 75. Wow, what a draw. So I almost said it. Well, I hope we rip our Maelstrom Pulse, but I didn't, because we say it so often on this channel. And how often does it really happen? I think it happened once in the tournament practice lobby. I called the shot. Yeah, we pretty much are dead if we don't rip our Pulse, and then we ripped our Pulse. But here in the BGX mirror, I didn't even dare to say it out loud, but it happened. Maelstrom Pulse. Wow. And look, our plan of getting aggressive, taking the Liliana off the field, you know, it's definitely something that paid off, because, yes, we had to spend our Fatal Push on Bloodbraid, which was not optimal compared to pushing a Tarmogoyf in terms of board presence. But if they still had a Liliana around and it had been shrinking our ooze, you know, they could buy back a Tarmogoyf and maybe try to stabilize there. Like, they'll at least play it out a little bit more. But, you know, like I said, I think we need to take that Planeswalker off the board, and we need to make it a Scavenging Ooze game. And, you know, even if we didn't rip the Maelstrom Pulse right there, we could, you know, if we had ripped something else, another spell, we could have potentially stabilized behind an Ooze. But of course, the Maelstrom Pulse was the absolute nut draw. I'm not taking anything away from that. We ripped the exact best card off the top of our deck for that turn. That said, you know, in these types of games, you need to set yourself up for the good luck too, right? So I think we did that here. As you all might know, I'm not the biggest fan of the BGX mirrors. Sometimes they feel like they come down to who top decks better, and I'm sure our opponent feels the same way right about now. That said, they do often offer a lot of interesting decision points. So hopefully I took most of those correctly here. But however we got there, whether it be the perfect rip of the Maelstrom Pulse or some tight play or perhaps a little bit of both, we have advanced to 3-1, my friends. We are right on track for another spectacular result in a competitive league. Live recorded, we've already cashed the league. We've already broken even and made a little bit of something on top of that. And we would be on track for a second straight 5-0 if we hadn't dropped this match to Phoenix. But you know what? We've had fine luck overall in this league, so I will not complain about that. Yeah, let me know what you thought about this game. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think we've run into a BGX mirror in a league in quite some time, so that was interesting to see and to play out. Yeah, so as always, let me know, guys, what you thought about this, and stay tuned to the channel. I will have the 5th and final match of this league coming your way sometime later on today. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, please, if you're not already doing so, and to leave your feedback in the comments section. And thank you especially to all of my patrons. Could not do it without you. Yeah, good game, well played to the opponent, and I will see you later on today for our final match of this league. Talk to you then.